Mechanics Bank after O'Connor fell dead. It is also known that Robert Steele went to the People's Bank across the street from the Mechanics Bank after Mabry Sr. was shot. The question we are trying to answer is, where did this bullet hole on the outside of Mechanics Bank come from? If Joseph A. Mabry shot O'Connor from this angle and O'Connor shot him back at the same angle, neither of their shots would have made this mark in the building. However, O'Connor did have 3 nephews who worked the Mechanics Bank for him, and if they, in trying to defend O'Connor, had shot out the window, it could have made this mark. Also, there is an alleyway next to Mechanics Bank, and it is possible that someone could have been waiting for O'Connor to come out of the bank to kill him. Another scenario is that Robert Steele ran into the People's Bank across the street and shot at O'Connor from there. Any of these scenarios could have made that mark in the side of Mechanics Bank. As you can see, the front of the building is not flat and straight across. There are indentions in the building where the door and windows are. The bullet hole on the building is located on the inner side of one of the indented windows, and this is why the mark could not have been made by Mabry or O'Connor's shots. However, if you look at the angles that the other shots would have come from, it is highly possible that Mabry's nephews made the mark if they were shooting from inside that window, or if someone had been waiting in the alley and stepped out to the street to kill O'Connor but missed, or if Robert Steele shot at O'Connor from the People's Bank across the street. Any of these bullets could have made this mark in the building. Although we are unsure if any of these scenarios actually occurred, I strongly believe that O'Connor and Mabry were not the only people involved in this shooting, and therefore it is possible that Joseph Mabry Jr. and Thomas O'Connor might not have been killed by each other, but might have been killed by other participants.